Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of James Dean Designs. If you're a regular to the channel, obviously there's something a bit different going on today, and that's because we're going on a road trip to Carveco. So I should probably start off by saying I've never done an on-the-go video like this. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but you learn by doing, so we get stuck in and see what we can produce. Now, a bit of a history lesson for those who are not familiar with Carveco. So anybody who's been in the CNC game long enough probably is aware of a piece of software called ArtCam. ArtCam originally started in Birmingham, that's Birmingham in the West Midlands, not Birmingham, Alabama in the US. And ArtCam essentially then developed into Carveco. That's Carveco's origins is coming from ArtCam. Carveco is still based in the West Midlands, but they're kind of further out into the countryside, should we say, in an area called Warwickshire, and that's where I'm heading today. Go and say hello to them, go and meet the team. Obviously I use Carveco as part of my daily routine when doing CNC work, so we're going to go and meet the team and take a look around their workshop. Now, the reason that this has come about is the team at Carveco invited me over to go and see their workshop last year. Obviously there was a bit of a pandemic going on that caused a few issues in trying to get over there. We were in lockdown, then we came out, then we went back into lockdown. Fortunately now here in the UK everything is pretty much back to normal, so we're going to take the opportunity and go over and see them today. Now, the actual specific reason for today's visit is there is a big show coming up in Birmingham called Makers Central. Makers Central is basically a huge gathering of all different types of makers. It's not just woodworking, you know, it can be blacksmiths, jewelry people, basically anybody who's creative. It's a big gathering showing off all the different talents and the different things that people have to offer. Carveco are sponsoring one of the stages at the Makers Central, and so they're obviously going to have a big stand there as well, showing off their software and different types of things that it can do. They've asked me to provide a few pieces of work to go on their stand. Obviously I've been doing a lot of 3D relief carvings recently, so yeah, they're going to hopefully put some of those on their stand, and well, yeah, I'm pretty proud to have my work on display. It's quite nice to do that, and because Makers Central is relatively close to me as well, I do attend every year, so I'm really looking forward to going there, catching up with people who I haven't seen for a few years, but also obviously seeing my own work on display. So yeah, let's crack on and let's get this drive done and get to Carveco. So just arrived in the Carveco workshop. Let's take a look around and see some of the things that we're going to see at Makers Central. We've got Rob in the background there. We've got Chris somewhere in the office behind me. But yeah, let's have a wander around and see what they've got in the workshop. So just a quick preview of some of the pieces that they're going to have on the Carveco stand. These have all been hand painted by Leighton. He's done a great job of them. Detail in them is absolutely amazing. If you are coming to Makers Central, obviously you're going to get to see these in person. Some of the local football teams from in the Midlands. And some of the patterns on these, I don't know how they do this, whether it's in Carveco or post-processing, but the effects of them are really cool. I think without a doubt some of the most impressive pieces that I've ever seen done as inlays. These are all done by Chad Buckman and will be on display at the show as well. The detail in them is really amazing, how well everything fits together, and just a tribute to how good the software is at producing these. So a cool little piece you're also going to see on the stand is this pinball machine that they're making now. Try and get a decent angle of it. So again, obviously all done within Carveco, producing the box to get everything machined. But a great little entertainment piece that you can have in your house. Obviously it doesn't take up too much room, and this should all be finished for the show next week. Needs a bit more practice. And it's not all about the big pieces. They're going to have some little pieces on display as well. These were all done on a 3018. The detail in these are amazing, considering they've just been done on budget desktop CNC machines. So yeah, you're going to get to see all of these at the show. So obviously they have to test the software out, and some of these machines are going to look very familiar, just to prove that it's not always done on big machines. Obviously we've got the 3018 Pro, the Prova XL 4030, and the baby brother, the Prova on its own. So obviously already in enclosures to take over to Makers Central next weekend, and obviously keep mess and noise down a little bit. And at the other end of the scale, we've got a couple of Onefinity machines. It really is a workshop full of big boys' toys. Keep you entertained. I'm sure there's probably a story behind this, and find out at another day. So I've just left the workshop and are heading home. I plan to film more stuff in there, but I had such a nice time talking to Rob and Chris. They're great guys, that actually I didn't film as much as I expected, but I still got to see some of the great pieces that are going to be on show at Makers Central next week. I also obviously got to see their machines and set up, the way they test things and work through various problems to, you know, basically keep improving the software. I think one of the things that's amazed me the most about today is the amount of history in the software itself. So obviously not just as Carveco, but its predecessors when it was Artcam, and then before that as well. You know, there's years of history and development behind this software that I really didn't know about. I've only been doing CNC now for just over 2 years, and the desktop CNC world has really boomed during that period. Obviously a lot more people jumping on board because machines being affordable, and obviously also the software being affordable, such as Carveco Maker. But the opposite end of their spectrum, the software that they, you know, the top packages that they produce, it is being used by film production companies for props. It's used by jewelry makers. It is used by people making coins, as in currency, not just, you know, coins to sell on, so to speak, proper actual currency. It's amazing what the amount of stuff that this software is being used for that I really didn't know about. And okay, I'm using the lower end of their software, Carveco Maker, but to think that it's all stemmed from that just really assures me that it's a good product that I've invested in, and that it's going to be able to achieve everything that I aim to set out to do on my CNC machine. If you are in the UK able to attend Makers Central, make sure you do. Brilliant event. Head over to the Carveco desk, say hello to them. A few of them are going to be up on stage as well doing presentations, so go ahead and show your support. Go and see the amazing pieces of work that they're going to have on their stand as well, and just see the detail in them. It really is amazing what you can achieve with these machines and this software. Big thank you to Rob and Chris for entertaining me for a couple of hours, and also buying my lunch. Thank you very much. Didn't get to meet Leighton today, which is probably the person I've spoken to most and also lives closest to me, but dare say I'll be heading back over to there at some point, possibly to have a play on their machines. That's enough talking for me today. I'll probably have another video out this weekend as well with the latest Saint Smart machine. So yeah, I will see you all soon, and thank you very much for watching.